We have been in a fog, and as we emerge, we see the world's been pushed to the brink. And so have you. I'm Dr. David Owers, I'm the Doc of DeFi, and here I am once again on a night shift. Let's come in here while things are not too active at the moment. My little safe haven late at night, because I'm the only guy around. At any rate, today I was struck by a comment that I received from a friend of mine overseas, across the pond, as we say. He had sent me an article or some reference to the fact that people who perceive you in a certain way. So there's a version of you in their perception. And the next person that perceives you has their own version of you in their perception. So, in other words, even though you might be well known to some people, your actual version of you changes, and there could be you can be multi-versioned. So, whatever it is about you that defines you or that is the way you are, well, that's different, time and time and time again, by everybody who perceives you. That could be quite confusing. Have you ever found yourself confused, not knowing what to do, not knowing what decision to make? Sometimes people find themselves in that state. We're all, human beings. It all happens. In my job, that can also be a possibility. I mean, again, we're all human. We're faced with something where there can be a moment of indecision. But there's something that kicks in that creates clarity. They're called feelings. Now, feelings shouldn't be confused with emotion. So feelings are that essence that resides within you, that hits you. People often describe it as deep inside. They often point towards their solar plexus or their gut area, and they say, I have a feeling in that area. Emotions, the way I see them, the definition of an emotion is a feeling wrapped in thought. So in other words, if you're too much in your head, if you you get too cerebral about what's coming up inside of you, you can wrap a bunch of stuff all around that, and that can develop into an emotion, which changes the pure feeling that may have resided within you or arose within you. At any rate, back to my job. So feelings happen here as well. Okay, feelings are like a GPS. They're meant as a guide, and unlike thought, when a feeling arises, clarity tends to start to manifest within you. You have a good feeling, you have a bad feeling, a fearful feeling, an exuberant feeling, but that's much more clear when that occurs to you, rather than when you're racing around with thoughts all the time. So then, therefore, in serious situations, cardiac arrests, penetrating trauma, neurologic collapse, these are the feelings that come around. For many of us here, is a feeling of gravity, a feeling of urgency, a feeling of seriousness, but a sort of a calm seriousness, because we methodically go through and apply thought, but it's guided by the clarity of feeling, and those feelings are quite strong when the things that are occurring to you are so serious. This happens in everyday life as well. You get strong feelings when things occur that are strong or serious or just sort of intense. However, the trick to continually find clarity in life, as I see it, is that feelings also come in much more subtle ways. So, when I'm seeing a patient and serious stuff is not going on, and there's a rapport, and you see them on a repeated fashion, you get feelings as well that are that help in guiding your clinical suspicion of what's going on. But those are much, much more subtle, and this happens in life as well. But these subtle ones are more difficult to pick up depending on what's going on with you. and probably physically as well. So if there's a lot of inflammation, if there's a lot of stress, if there's a lot of things that are interfering with your physicality, then these more subtle things are harder for you to perceive, harder for you to pick up on. And why do I mention this? It alludes to the video I did last time, this version 3.0 of yourself. It is attainable, and it could be as simple as that. It could be as simple as bringing things into more balance physically through a number of processes that allows you to pick up on all of these subtle messages that are trying to come through that might be clouded or fogged because of a physical process that's happening within you, or some unbalance. So that was my thought for today. And I will continue on my streak of nighttime videos here at the hospital as we have more of them coming up. So we'll catch you on the next video.